There are very few sides better than when Novak Djokovic is against all odds, and he has done it again. He has done it when he is 39 years of age. And I do not believe that there have been too many sports achievements bigger than this, because nobody gives him a prayer, nobody gives him a chance. The first set we all saw it, like it looked like he gave up on his first set only. All the Djokovic fans, whoever you were listening to, everyone was betting that it would be done in straight sets. And you can't blame them for putting those bets in, because Novak Djokovic has never looked like beating Sinner. In his past 5 games, he has lost all of them. And we know that a lot of times, like when Novak Djokovic was at his peak, which was for probably a decade or so, or even more, we knew that he never looked like the inferior player. He never lacked confidence, he never lacked self belief. But recently, you saw he could not trust his body, and that led to him thinking that Sinner and Alcaraz can go a notch upper than him, than that he cannot. He can just not survive physically, and that led to the low self belief, which caused him in a lot of matches. And we have seen in a lot of games he has given up, but not in Australian Open. Not in Australian Open. This is his home. Like literally, I won't care about anything else, any other Grand Slam. But when it comes to Australian Open, they had to deport him so that he doesn't just collect his trophy during COVID, because they knew if he plays, he wins Australian Open. It is as simple as that. Nobody has ever been better than him in hard court. The start of the year, Australian Open comes. Novak Djokovic is going to win that, and that is that. Like literally, that Nadal final where he won in straight sets, inevitable. And those sort of, like, the first set I saw, I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I have made videos on even the US Open when he lost, and other games where he lost. I have made videos where I'm saying that it is okay if he's finished, it is okay if he does not go on to do anything now in his career. Like, there is not something to take out of this game in terms of a reputation. People will say, oh, look at 39, he's the greatest athlete, this and that. He has already proved himself to be the greatest athlete. He has already proved himself to be the greatest tennis player of all time. He's already won the most Grand Slams. He's already won the most Australian Open. We already know what a mentality monster he is. He has already shown that, and he has done it, and he's done with it. He doesn't need to prove anything now. So as a fan, I'm not expecting too much. Like right now, I'm not like, oh, but if he goes down in the final, that will show that he does not have it what it takes to win a Grand Slam. He does not need to show me or win a Grand Slam to prove something to me. Me as a fan, I just want him to show me a glimpse of what he used to do when he was at his prime. No shots go outside this line. So I have drawn this. This is why I have drawn this, because when Novak Djokovic is at his peak, when any top player is his peak or her peak, they hit, they get depth in court. Whatever shots they play is very close to this line, and they love this line as well. These players nail these shots on this line and this line for fun. They get their depth, they use these lines, and every single shot. First set, I saw that he was again hesitant, he was warming up. I did not know that he was warming up to just let Sinner know that, yeah, I'm warming up, take the first set, I'll win it anyway. And from the second set, Sinner dropped off a little bit in the second set, and he just gave Djokovic what he wanted. He got his range, he got his lines well. He started hitting it confidently, and what I saw was conviction. Every single shot. His second serve 192 miles per hour compared to 150 miles per hour, which is average second serve speed. 40 miles per hour difference. That shows conviction, that I don't care if I get a double fault. Break points down. The moment he used to get 40-15 down when he was serving, just sensational serving, like Prime Djokovic. Prime Djokovic would never leave any single game where he is serving, he could be down 40 love. It doesn't matter what score he's down at. He will nail those tees, he'll nail those aces. He'll just never leave his opponent to get a free point or do an enforced error. And that is what we saw today. When Sinner was up, he was up and going, and he was 40-15 up, 40 love up at some point of time. And it was looking inevitable that he will break. And the commentators would say, Sinner, whenever he gets broken, he immediately breaks his opponent back. So the odds were against Djokovic. Like, he must have been feeling the pressure, but he did not move away. He just knew that this is his home. He is going to just dominate. He's going to have confidence, conviction, and he's going to believe that he's still better than these best players in the world right now. Sinner is probably the best hardcourt player in the world right now. But when it came to Novak Djokovic at his best, when he got a little bit of luck because of what happened in the last round, where he was not at all at this level, he was just below par and was having a very bad day. Every shot was going out. The depth was not there. He was hitting the nets regularly. His serve was not good enough. Everything was going badly for him. But then he gets a lucky breakthrough. And if someone deserves a lucky breakthrough, it is Novak Djokovic. Because if someone can get deported, for them to miss out on a certified for sure, he would have won the Australian Open. Once he got disqualified in the US Open as well. That also, he was pretty much the favorite that time to win it. So he deserves it. He has missed out on a lot of Grand Slams as well. He could have had more. That is the shocking thing. He could have had 30. The level of tennis Novak Djokovic has played in the era, he had Wawrinka, Murray, Del Potro level of players who have not won those many Grand Slams, because there were Novak Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer bossing it around for 10-15 years. That level of competition, and he was the number one throughout. Nobody was even close to taking that title from him. That is the level Novak Djokovic has played his tennis at, and I don't think there has been a better player. I don't think there has been a better athlete at 39 competing with Sinner and making him look like, when he was going 40-15 down, first time I was nervous, second time I was nervous, and then I realized, wait a minute, when he wants to not lose a point, he does not lose a point. Novak Djokovic was playing at will. He was playing there. His opponents were at the mercy of him. Like, they were totally in control. Like, he was in control of everything his opponent was doing. Okay, you are 40-15 up. Okay, I will not lose another point in this game, and I'll just serve this out. Okay, you are again 40-15 up. You're, oh, this time you're 40 love up. Even better. That is even that is just a better challenge for me. I'll just do it again and again and again, never missing any, be it backhand, be it forehand. And you could like hear him shout whenever he had to get that extra effort into that shot, where Jannik and other opponents would have certainly hit the net at those shots, but he just had that extra energy given the rest he has had. He has had two walkovers. He has played two sets in the last two rounds, and that brought him to a point where he could physically compete with Sinner. And when he was able to physically compete with Sinner, he was able to beat him. And it was not like it went through tie breaks, etc. Sometimes where he lost his focus, he lost the first set. That was a total, you can just erase that set from your mind, because that went by very quickly. I don't think he concentrated much. Sinner got a break, and then it was all over. That was okay. But after that, I don't think Sinner came close. Like, he played well. I don't think Sinner played badly. A lot of people will just say that, oh, Sinner played badly, that is why Djokovic won. But of course, one player will play worse than the other for one to win. And it was not like it was going to tie breaks and Djokovic was not able to break Sinner. He broke Sinner. Like, he has broken Sinner twice in I don't know how many last few games. He had to break him thrice this time, and he did it. And Sinner wasn't looking confident when he was serving. He knew that the ball is coming back, and that is what Sinner does to a lot of opponents. And he got the taste of his own medicine, because, of course, Novak Djokovic is the greatest at whatever things Sinner is good at, Novak Djokovic is just a little bit better. And yeah, beautiful tennis, the quality of tennis. Like, someone told me that, oh, I don't watch tennis because who will watch 5 hours of tennis? Like, it is too boring. I assure you, if you watch this 5 hour game, I don't think a single hour, except of that first set, I don't think a single minute of this game was boring. It was out and out sensational tennis. Every single point was thrilling. Every single point you knew that both are not going to give up, and it is going to take something special for any one of them to win. So many long rallies, and yeah, I cannot believe this. Like, I have not even covered Australian Open like that, and obviously it hasn't been the most exciting of tournaments. But today, the Alcaraz Zverev game as well, like literally incredible tennis to watch, and this is the level we crave as tennis fans. If you're watching Grand Slam, a lot of people like me who do not follow every single ATP tournament, etc., etc., we watch Grand Slams to witness these sort of days. And earlier, Wawrinka can do that in the quarterfinals. Del Potro can do that, and even, I don't know, sometimes if Kyrgios is in good form, he can do that. Even John Isner, sometimes he would never get broken and then he'll do something. Medvedev came and he's nowhere to be seen now. And yeah, a lot of players like even Zverev is doing really well, but in current situations, he always loses out. So, Alcaraz and Sinner have a mental edge to him. So, you sort of know that even if he competes his art out, eventually maybe he'll not get the win. And that is what differentiates Novak Djokovic from everybody else. People will say the fitness, the athleticism, Atletico Madrid, whatever. But I think Novak Djokovic has always been about the mentality. It has always been the mentality to never give up, being 40-15. Federer was having 40-15 up in the US Open, in the Wimbledon. Just goes, returns those shots, and brings the crowd in on his side and wins the game anyway. A 38-year-old Federer also was very close to winning the Wimbledon against Novak Djokovic, but he just did not let it happen because he will never let it happen. Tonight, if Sinner is obviously younger, no matter how much physical advantage of walkovers Novak Djokovic has, if he had the mentality, if he was the greatest of all time, I don't think he lets the match go. And that is what differentiates Novak Djokovic from every single other tennis player on this planet. And I think against Alcaraz, I'll give him a lot of chances. But as a fan, I don't expect him to do a lot of things like win a Grand Slam, do this, prove that, do this. I just wanted him to show Sinner that at my best, when I have the physical capabilities of what I had 3-4 years ago, I rule this place. This is my home, and you are not going to take this away from me. And that is what Novak Djokovic has done. And watching sports, and you almost forget, like, it's been 2 years, 3 years since Novak Djokovic has really been competitive in Grand Slams, and you slowly lose it, that okay, now you don't hope for that much. The odds, like, the stakes are not that high. It's okay, you're just watching it for the love of it, etc. But today, after the first set, I was in that zone only, that okay, maybe he'll lose, but it is what it is. It doesn't matter. I'll watch it anyway. And then in second set, something happened where he was playing with conviction. He was going hard on every shot, and every single thing was landing inside the line. The depth was perfect. He got his range. And I thought, wait a second, this is the Novak Djokovic I used to like boast about, or whatever. Why should I boast about him being incredible? But that is another topic. That this is prime Novak Djokovic. He's not missing anything, literally anything from any angle. He's finding a way. Somehow he's finding a way and is confident. And you get reminded of what he did to Nadal in that Australian Open final. Literally every single shot was perfect, and he showed me that sort of level in the second set, and I was like, "Oh, we have a chance here because if Novak Djokovic is at his best, nobody defeats him. Simply nobody defeats him." So I had that belief, and then it started meaning more. Tension started building, and then Sinner takes the third set again, and it's like, okay, but maybe it'll end in four, and Djokovic doesn't have it in him, and then he's tiring out and he's looking nauseous, etc. They were saying, is Novak Djokovic nauseous? He was looking tired, but I think, of course, he would be tired, but he had that belief, he had that mentality, and Novak Djokovic's winning mentality is second to none. When the big occasions come, he just delivers time and time again. And yeah, it's just wonderful to be a Novak Djokovic fan, to be honest. Like, it is a privilege to watch a sporting icon, a sporting phenomena, or whatever you call it. I'm not that good in English, but I have been a pretty good Novak Djokovic fan, to be honest. Like today in office also, we had work, but did we? I didn't care about work. Like I was literally watching every single point, and I got nothing done. But it was all right because it didn't matter. This mattered too much to me. I have watched Wimbledon finals, waking up at night when I had tests tomorrow, and people would scold me for that, but I did not care because I think it has been a pleasure to watch Novak Djokovic do what he did, and to even replicate 1% of he did in my life would be incredible achievement for me. But yeah, incredible night of tennis, incredible day of tennis. Alcaraz versus Djokovic is going to be the final, and yeah, it is going to be one heck of a final because I think Djokovic, you cannot expect anything from Djokovic because maybe he'll just play like he did against Musetti, and then he'll lose in straight sets. Maybe that can happen. That can happen at this age. Maybe he is tired out. He blew everything away to beat Sinner, and that would be pretty much justified for me. That would be totally fine for me. But if Djokovic is playing at this level and he recovers well and then comes up against Alcaraz, I don't give Alcaraz a chance if Djokovic can play like this. I just do not give him a chance. So let's see what happens. But yeah, if you are also a Novak Djokovic fan, it has been incredible. And I think people who were doubting him, people who were sort of irritated with him and telling him that his legacy is in question, I don't really think you have lived the journey that Novak Djokovic has lived with his fans throughout. Nobody can tarnish his legacy in what he has done in tennis, time and time again, against all odds, against every single one, every single opinion, every single pundit, all these Federer Nadal fans, the world against him. People are deporting him, disqualifying him for anything. I don't know what conspiracies are happening against him. Him against the world. Novak Djokovic against the world, and Novak Djokovic wins 99% of the times. That is the level of that is the level of dominance and legacy, whatever you call it, Novak Djokovic has given the sport. So I don't think a career fading away when he's 39, 40 should tarnish that. But okay, fans are emotional, but I don't think anybody is going to come close to Novak Djokovic when it comes to tennis. He will be the greatest player of all time for hundreds of years to come. Like, let's be real, I don't see anyone competing with him. So yeah, brilliant day of tennis, and wonderful result for me. I am pretty happy, and yeah, I'll see you in the finals. Bye. I'll be playing the finals, so that is why I'll see you in the finals. Bye.